Do you know what? I gotta start using my GoPro more because my phone battery just dies after like 20 fucking seconds. But this is Rotterdam Central Station. Do you know what, everyone? I can feel my soul, my spirit going into happy vibes. Do you know what? I love the Netherlands so much. So peaceful, mate. I love the society. I love how things are, mate. I just wish London can take some notes and learn how to be more like the Dutch. You know, ik hou van je Nederlander mensen. Yeah. Do you know what? My Dutch is not the best, but I wish I can have time to improve it more. But you know what? After going through certain phases for this past last week, I'm gonna be pushing a lot more harder to move over here and to really try to start afresh and to leave London, man. Because I know if I stay in London, I'll end up in prison or something. And I know if I end up in the Netherlands, I'll be a lot more at peace. Thing is, people, like, even in Rotterdam, and Rotterdam to me is quite modern, quite modernized, but even with Rotterdam, there's just so much respect I have for the Dutch, because in a sense they're in the right mindset in terms of their environment. You know, they're not the type to be very they're not the type to be you know, they're not going to destroy their land, if that makes sense. They're going to take time to really build their country, but do it in a way where it's safer and a lot more convenient. I.e., when you come to certain places in the Netherlands, you see a lot of cars plugged into sockets and stuff like that, electric cars. So you can tell that they're trying to cut down on the fuels and, you know, the things that's going to harm the environment. I just don't see that with London. But yeah, I just hope that this country of the Netherlands never falls, because it's a country that the world can recognize and can give some credit to and learn from. It doesn't have to be a big country like the United States or China, or for that fact. But I'm happy that the Dutch know how to make use of the land that they have. So yeah, and that's why I had to come over from Belgium. You know, it had to be done. Belgium surprised me, man. Belgium surprised me very. And it's quite interesting how I just hop on the train and I'm across the border that easy, if that makes sense. Quite weird. Like, there was me thinking there'll be like some checks and borders, and like, nah, man. Weird. But hey, we're almost out of it. So we're in Den Haag. So Den Haag is like the political place of the Netherlands. They got train works going on. So like, I'm on the train, I'm thinking, wow, why ain't this train moving? Then the guy's telling me like, oh, no more, no, they're not going nowhere. So I'm like, okay, that's because they got track works going on, so I have to change. But yeah, man, I had to test my Dutch earlier. So as I'm talking to the woman, I'm like, oh, goedemorgen mevrouw. Een zwarte koffie, nog geen sap, alsjeblieft. Yeah, and then she's saying to me, is that all in Dutch? And I'm like, langzaam. And mind you, I'm still somewhat tired. I'm still sort of disorientated because I've been sleeping most of the train journey from Brussels to on the way to Amsterdam, but then it stopped at Rotterdam, then terminated at Den Haag. So do you know what, man, I can't even, like, I've had a coffee now, I'm a lot more vibrant, but I don't know, man, I'm so fucking happy already that I'm here, man. my soul, my spirit is just is like in eternal happiness right now. This is what I mean. Like I can't even fathom to even think of committing any crime in this country. It's like if the police was to ever try to rough me up, like my natural instinct would be to fight back, but I'd just be like, I said to my mate Steve, I said I'll have to attack them softly. It'll be a soft attack. It won't even be it'll be like some WWE type punch. You know what I mean? I just couldn't do it, man. I just couldn't do it. I love this country so damn much, and you know what people can say about how cold it is and how it is always wet and rainy and everything like that, but you know what, man, it's mostly because of the way society is over here, man. Society here made me fall in love with the place, so I gotta give him credit in that aspect of it. I would get the stick out, but I just need it to pop in my pocket, man, because we ain't at our final destination yet. Our final destination would be Amsterdam, of course, but it's going to be a bit of a time to get there. But yeah, man, it's got some familiar faces in Amsterdam. We'll see what happens afterwards, but I ain't thinking of committing any crime or anything like this. Don't worry, I still have my own little... If I was to ever try to get robbed or anything, then of course I have to defend myself, but I'll tell the Dutch police, look, man, I come to your country with no regards to commit any crime or disrespect your land, by no means. I just hope I don't ever have to turn to that. I want to leave my old London life behind me, and that's it, I'm done with it. I don't ever want to bring traits of myself, of London, to here. Do you know what I mean? Because here I've never felt aggression, I've never felt the means of being angry or anything like that. Whereas in London, I'm always like, when I'm over here, I'm all happy, smiling, vibrant. In London, I'm mostly like, do you know what I mean? In London, I'm like, because London is uncivilized, and well, I'm so glad I come to a place like this. You know, even if it's for the day, coming from Brussels. And Brussels, you know what, Brussels got its own little vibe. And nothing beats the vibe of the Dutch over here. And I hope I can connect well, and I hope I can make it over here, and I will take that risk of moving over here and testing myself and really seeing if I can motivated, and I believe I can do it. But I have to do it because it's for my own benefit, it's for my own good, of my health. My health of not ending up in prison in England. Because from anyone that knows me knows that in England, too many arseholes there, man. And I end up hurting one of them. Whereas over here, I'm the sort of person that would knock on my neighbour's door and offer food as a sign of gratitude and respect and whatnot. But yeah, man, it's all love. Yeah, man. You know what? I'm just gonna chill with it. So there's another thing that the English can take note on. They got two sections of seating. So for all the passengers in England and London that complain about, oh, there's not enough space, more carriages. See, this is the thing with England, they don't like to take notes of other countries, they like to have their own thing. But why not England work with the Dutch to work on tackle their travelling system? You know what I mean? Look at how where their seating is lined up. You know, England has an issue with their transportation system and their services. We get bad reviews all the time, but see, the Dutch seem to have the right idea in terms of having two sections to cater for the passengers as well as the tourists. You know, it would be great if the English can work alongside the Dutch to make things better for themselves, but you know what, the English are they like their own way, innit? But yeah, this is why I love this country, because the Netherlands has the right idea in terms of space, in terms of being energy sufficient, as well as catering for its citizens. Do you know what I mean? I can't talk so much for the citizens because I'm not a citizen here, so I'm just basing off experience and from what I've seen, and it's all love from my section. Welcome. The night is here. Really pretty. I'm gonna go over and try to get a photo. Fuck it. Get a shot of that. Sorry people, I'm a bit concentrated on taking a photo. I'm a bit out of it. Let's get there. Alright, welcome back. So, this is going to be little short burst videos, but I need to conserve as much battery as possible. I kind of want to use a battery a day. So, yeah, let's get smoking more. Be right back.